I haven't recorded a video in a long time. In a long time. A hot minute. And the reason being is just, it's been a lot going on. And then on top of that, you know how you get, discouraged. Don't really feel like anybody will listen to you. Or like just a whole lot of the negative thoughts and everything. So I'm going to get back consistent with posting a video. Because, I mean, with some of the things that people are doing out here today, and just the calibers of people, someone got to see something that's different and have a difference in opinion. But, yeah, it's me. And it has been really heavy, and I do mean heavy on me, about parents. I'm a parent. I know it's quite a few of you guys out there that's parents too. But when do you as a person realize, like, I got to start doing something different because I got eyes on me, and I want to break out of any type of generational curses or anything. Like, if you've seen something that's been going on repetitively, when does it hit you in your mind that I want to do different? I don't want the same. If you see me looking, I'm looking at my little lizard. He's on my leg. Like, if you notice that every generation, and you start paying attention to, like, your family tree, what has gone on, observing your, some things like, oh, that's just how we are. That's just how my family is. No, it is not. Your family, it's something generationally that hasn't been broken. And it's always a child. It's always, maybe even all the children. It's a few that takes that away and they want to break it. Me and my husband had a talk recently about that, and about, like, breaking generational things, about wanting different, the expectations for our son. Like, and my biggest thing is when talking to some people, do you really pay attention to the repetitiveness and how you're getting ready to pass down what may be a curse in your family? Do you really pay attention to that? Do you really pay attention to that? Like, my parent was like this. My parent used to do this. My parent used to do that. I got to break that. I got something in me means I have to break this generational curse. I have to break this that's keep going on and on, because I don't want to pass that down to my child. You know what I'm saying? When does that hit people, or does it hit people? You have people that are just like dying for love, and they're willing to just keep having kids after kids because they're like, oh, I want someone to love me, this, that, and the third. Maybe you should try allowing God to love you, and then you end up loving yourself, and then you will know the right love to receive. After a while, it's no longer your mother's fault. It's no longer your father's fault. After a while, you're an accountable adult to know. And at some point, you have to get to the point where you're like, if you're not happy with your life, if you're looking around and you're seeing this, I see my siblings doing this, or I see this sibling like this and like that and this, that, and the third. Instead of being jealous of them, instead of feeling any type of way, or, oh, they think they better, maybe they done found the root of your family dysfunction and they're trying to break it. And me personally, that is some of the reason I've gotten to be really big with mental health in my family, in my household. I watched mental health destroy the bonds and everything in my family. It was like one person battling a bunch of chaos. I saw that. You have to take and see a logical ear about it, and, like, being real. Because you have people who just sit and think like, oh, they're family, that's how we're supposed to be. Baby, that is not. What you might feel like you're supposed to be is because your family has made that a curse that you're believing is the right way to be, and it's not. It's a curse. Like, I started seeing that, I started realizing I'm seeing some of the behaviors. I'm seeing how, some things that my siblings does, and then I'm relating it back. I'm targeting back. Okay, that's more that came from my mom. That came from my dad. You see what I'm saying? Like, you have to do your own research. You can't just take your siblings or anybody else, like, word for it. If you kind of get what I'm saying. Like, you can't just take their word for the fact of, especially if growing up, if there was a difference, like, oh, this, I'm going to tell you what happened. You still got to do your own research on your own family and your own bloodline and find out what generationally are we passing on? What can I break? Does any of that ever cross you guys' minds? Like, what in my family that I see as a repeat and I don't want it to repeat with me? Once again, it's me. I'm back. And yeah, I will be doing more videos because it's a lot of stuff. And for a while I was like, well, with so many other people doing videos and this, that, and the third, like, who would listen or whatever. But I mean, people listen to who they choose to listen to, and I'm not saying I'm perfect or whatever, but one thing I do have, and I'm not seeing a lot of, I have an open mind. I know I can fluctuate between, like, knowing two different sides and creating that middle ground, and that's what I can offer. And yeah, so that's something I want you guys to think on. What is it that you repeatedly see or have seen in your family, and are you going to be the person to break it? And do you see, and then, let me get this out there too. Sometimes you'll have somebody who will see it and they don't break it. I have a sibling like that. They see all the mockery, but for whatever reason, they don't choose to break it. They don't choose to move different. They don't choose to have the mindset that they want to portray that they have. So what good is that? You're not breaking it. So yeah, like that would be a good question for you to answer. And you can answer. I'll respond back. You can, leave what is it in your family that you've noticed generationally has happened over and over? And if you don't know, you might want to start looking and digging deeper into your family to see, because there's a reason. There's things repetitively. Some people have divorce as, something that's repetitive in their bloodline. Some people have issues with mothers. Some people have issues with fathers. It's various different things. Pay attention and think about what is the generational curse that you see repeatedly in. And it doesn't even have to be anything to that. It could even be just a mental mindset. It can be a specific mindset in your bloodline that could be passed down. So I want you to take some time, think about that, and make the conscious decision and be honest and blunt about it and admit it. Because I've learned that when you admit something outward, that's one step closer to you being able to be like, okay, I see this for what it is. How can I move better? Some people will admit something, but they still hold on to the idea. But when you admit something, it's something that just, it's kind of like, I guess, like with repentance. When you admit to something, it's like, okay, now I can move forward. How can I tackle this? So leave that, comment, and let me know what that is for you and what's in your family. And yeah, and what are you going to do to break that? You guys have a good one. About to go pick up my son.